The two seeds. In the rich soil of a vast green valley, two tiny seeds lay side by side. Spring had just arrived, and the warm breeze gently stirred the earth. Around them, the world was awakening. Birds chirped, insects buzzed, and the sun shone brighter each day. One seed was bold and full of dreams. Her name was Hope. The other seed was timid and cautious. His name was Fear. Hope stretched within her shell, feeling the warmth of the sun. "This is the time," she whispered. "I want to grow. I want to push through the soil, feel the wind, and stretch my leaves toward the sky." Fear trembled. But what if something goes wrong? What if the world above is dangerous? What if I'm not strong enough to grow? Hope smiled. "We were made to grow. It may be scary, but staying hidden forever means we'll never truly live." Fear shook his tiny shell. "Number, I'll stay here, deep in the soil. It's safer, no pain, no danger." So, while Fear chose to remain buried in the comfort of darkness, Hope slowly pushed upward. It wasn't easy. Rocks blocked her path. Bugs crawled around her. Sometimes the earth was too dry, other times too wet. But Hope kept pushing. After many days of effort, she finally broke through the surface of the earth. Blinded at first by the light, she soon adjusted and opened her first leaf to the world. "Oh," she gasped. The valley was beautiful. The sky stretched endlessly. Bees buzzed by, birds soared above, and a gentle breeze danced across her leaves. Though she was small, Hope stood proud. Each day she grew stronger, basking in the sun, drinking in the rain, and smiling at every butterfly that visited her. The challenges were real. Storms came, and sometimes animals tried to nibble at her leaves. But she stood firm, rooted deeply in her courage. Beneath the earth, Fear remained still. He had heard the rumble of the storm and the footsteps of animals above. "I was right," he told himself. "It's dangerous up there." But with each passing day, the soil around him grew colder, and the sunlight stopped reaching his shell. Worms tunneled past him without noticing. The earth, once full of promise, felt like a grave. Meanwhile, Hope had grown into a small plant. Her stem was strong, and she had many leaves now. Birds sometimes rested on her. Bees collected nectar from her tiny flowers. She had become part of the world. One sunny afternoon, a young girl named Anaya walked through the valley with a basket in her hand. She was gathering wildflowers for her mother. When she saw Hope blooming among the grass, she knelt beside her. "What a beautiful little plant you are," Anaya said softly. She touched Hope's petals with care. "You're small, but you're so brave to stand tall out here." Hope felt joy. She couldn't speak, but if she could, she would have said, "Thank you." Anaya visited Hope often. She watered her when the days were dry and cleared weeds around her roots. Over time, Hope grew into a flowering bush, strong and full of color. She was no longer just a seed with a dream. She was living that dream. Seasons passed. The valley changed with time. New plants grew, some died, but Hope remained, tall, blooming, and full of life. One day, the earth cracked slightly near Hope's roots. The farmer who owned the valley had come with a spade to turn the soil. As he dug, he uncovered a tiny, shriveled seed. It was Fear. He was still buried, still waiting, but time had not been kind. His shell was weak now, his spirit even weaker. Hope sensed him. Her roots had grown deep and wide, and she felt his presence through the soil. "Fear," she whispered, "you're still here." Fear shivered. I'm sorry. I was scared. I didn't think I could do what you did." Hope replied gently, "You don't have to be sorry, but you still have time. The sun is shining and the soil is warm. If you try, you can still grow." Fear thought deeply. Years had passed. Regret filled his tiny heart. He had watched others grow from below, and a silent ache had always been with him. "Is it too late?" he asked quietly. "It's never too late to try," Hope answered. So with all the courage he could gather, Fear began to stretch. His shell cracked, and a tiny root emerged. It was painful. The The soil had hardened over time. But he remembered Hope's words and kept pushing. Days passed. Then one morning, a small green sprout poked through the ground beside Hope. The sun welcomed him. The wind whispered encouragement. And Hope, older, stronger, and proud, bent her leaves slightly toward him in greeting. "Welcome, my friend," she said. "You did it." Fear looked around in wonder. "I was so scared, but now I feel alive." "You were brave," Hope said. "That's what matters." Moral of the story: growth comes with courage and patience. It's never too late to start, but fear should never bury your dreams.